Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like. Welcome. We want to look at quadratic expression and a quadratic equation. First, I want to differentiate between a quadratic equation and a quadratic expression. So if I have this expression here, x squared plus 6x plus 9, this one is called a quadratic expression. But by the time I put equal to 0, it becomes a quadratic equation. Without equal sign, it is called an expression. With an equal sign, it is called an equation. I want to take you back before we go to Form 3 work. I want to take you back to Form 2 to capture some few things we need to know. If you can be told expand x plus 3 square. So I want to show you how to expand x plus 3 square without opening it, without expanding it really. Just looking at it and writing the answer. So x plus 3 square simply means x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. That is what it means. So we manually mark this times this, this times this times this, and this times this. So instead of going there, I want to show you how to do it by looking at it. So the first thing, x is squared. So you write x squared, x squared. If it is addition like this, just add. And then do this. 3 times the first term. This is the first term, the second term. 3 times x, the answer is 3x. 3x times 2, the answer is 6x. Write 6x. It is addition plus 3 square, 9. We have finished. Instead of doing this, x times this, x square plus this times this, 3x plus this times this, 3x, this times this, 9. This is x square plus 6x plus 9. So this and this are the same. But now you can look at it and do it directly. Another one I want to show you is this 3x minus 1 square. Directly, how do you do that? So let us square the first term first. So 3 square is 9. X square is x square. So x is squared is x square. So now we have 9x square. 3 square is 9. X squared is x squared. X, you square it, it is x squared. Next, now this term here is a negative, and told our next is going to be negative. Why? Like this. I told you the next thing is 3x times negative 1. What is the answer? Negative 3x. Negative 3x times 2. Negative 6x. Right? Very good. And then negative 1 squared, it is positive 1. Very good. The last one, 4x minus 2y squared. So let us square it very fast. Square everything here, we will have 16x squared. Now 2x, negative 2x times 4x. It is going to give us negative 8xy. So times 2. So we are going to have negative 16xy. Let me repeat that. You do like this. 4x times negative 2y. You get negative 8xy. Times 2, 16, negative 16xy. You write it. And then you square this. Negative 2y squared, it is positive 4y squared. You have expanded that as simple as that. That was up by the way. So let us now go into business. There are terms which you must be familiarized with them. Terms terms to be familiar with. The first time I want you to, in quadratic expressions, I want to say it is the coefficient, the first one, coefficient. What is a coefficient? I'm not going to define what a coefficient is, but I will show it from the general expression on how we write a quadratic equation. Generally, we write a quadratic equation as ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are what? Are constants. They are constants. And since they are constants, a should never be 0. Cannot be 0. A cannot be 0, because if it is 0, you multiply everything is 0. Where a will never be equal to 0. A will never be equal to 0. Now, ax, this is what we call the coefficient of x square. A is a coefficient. B is the coefficient in x. So now you know what a coefficient is. So for example, if I have 4x squared minus 12x plus 9, the coefficient of x squared is 4. So 4 is the coefficient of x squared. Negative 12 is the coefficient of x. Very important to note. Suppose it is x squared plus 4x plus 6. What is the coefficient of x squared here? There is always 1 which is not there. So the coefficient of x squared is 1. Because we don't write 1x squared. But there is always 1 there. The coefficient of x here is 4. That is good. Now I know you know what a coefficient is. Now the quadratic expression has been classified into 2. We have those that the coefficient is 1, and there are those that the coefficient is more than 1. So we have 2 kinds of quadratic expressions, where we have those with coefficient 1 and those that have coefficients more than 1. So now let us deal with those that have a coefficient of 1. So now x squared plus 5x plus 6. We want to start with those that have a coefficient of 1. So if the coefficient is 1, it means in the general expression ax squared plus bx plus c, it means that a equal to 1. A here is 1 because there is a here which is always 1. So we want to deal with quadratic equations or expressions where when a is 1, meaning the coefficient is just 1, not more than 1. So in all equations, quadratic equations where the coefficient is a, there is something I want you to note there. For example, let us look at this. In all quadratic expressions where a equal to 1, where the coefficient of a is always 1, you will realize that, and you will note that b divided by 2 raised to power 2 equal to c. Meaning that b, this coefficient b here, b, when you divide by that b with 2 and then you square, the answer will always be c. So long as the coefficient is 1. So long as the coefficient is 1. Mark that and mark it very well. Let us look at this expression here. X squared plus 6x plus 9. The coefficient here is 1, right? Meaning a equal to 1. So we want to confirm that b divided by 2 square, the answer should be 9. So let us go on and confirm. So 6 is our b. 6 is our b. This is 6. So b divided by 2 squared, the answer should be 9. Now b is 6. 6 divided by 2, the answer is 3. 3 squared, what is that? 9. For all expressions where a equal to 1 in this expression, this one is always true. And if it is a perfect square, it is always true. Let us confirm another one. X squared minus 8x plus 16. So we want to confirm that b divided by 2 square, the answer is always 16, because this is ax bx plus c. Yes, so let us confirm. Our b here is negative 8. So negative 8 divided by 2 and then square. Negative 8 divided by 2, the answer is negative 4. Negative 4 square, what is that? 16. So it has confirmed. Thank you very much. I hope you have understood that. It is important for you to understand that. The next one, if in ax squared plus bx plus c, where a should not be equal to 0, then a is greater than 1. If in this expression where a is not equal to 0 and a is greater than 1, then we use this, that b over 2 square should be equal to ac. I'm saying this in an expression where the coefficient of the equation x squared is not 1. It is not 0, but it is a number more than 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, all of those numbers. So if it is a number more than 1 here, then it means we are going to use this expression that b divided by 2 square, the answer should always be the ac. ac, it is this coefficient times c, our constant. I hope I'm very well understood. So let us look at an example. Let me give an example of this expression. It is 4x squared minus 12x plus 36. Now, because our expression here, as you can see, the coefficient is more than 1. Therefore, it qualifies to use this formula. So we are going to say that b divided by 2 square should always give us a constant. Should give us ac. ac, it is 4 times c. a times c, 4 times 36. Right? Sorry, this one should be 36. It's okay. So let us confirm that b negative 12. This example is not okay. Let us use, here is supposed to be 9. So it won't work. 9. So 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. We want to confirm that b over 2 squared equal to ac. So now our b is, this is 9. Our b is negative 12 divided by 2 and then squared. Negative 12 divided by 2, the answer is negative 6. So negative 6 squared, the answer is 36. The answer is 36. Now we want to confirm, is AC 36? Yes or no? AC is 4, which is A, times C, which is 9. And the answer is 36. Example 2, 9x squared minus x plus 1. So we want to confirm that because the coefficient here in this quadratic expression is greater than 1, therefore we expect it to behave that b divided by 2 square, the answer should be AC. Now our AC is here is 9a times c, which is 1, which is equal to 9. So we want to confirm that b divided by 2 squared, the answer should be 9. So our b is negative 6 divided by 2 and then square. This one is going to be negative 3 squared. What is the answer? 9. So it confirms that. So all we have done here, all of them are called perfect squares. They are called perfect what? Squares. This expression is a perfect square. This one is a perfect square. Also this one is a perfect square. Now let us look at factorization. Let us look at factorization of quadratic expression. We did this in form 2. It's just a reminder because it is on our syllabus. So how do you factorize a quadratic expression? So the question here, factorize A and factorize B. So to factorize this, to find the factors or that making this expression, you must know that here we have the sum and the product. The product is obtained by AC and the sum is just B. You look at B, you have the sum. And then the product is AC. So now our sum equal to 6. Our product is 1 times 9, which equal to 9. Now we are looking for two numbers. When we add them, when we find the sum of those two numbers, the answer is 6. And when we multiply them, the product is 9. Yes? So numbers that we can add to give us 6 is 3 plus 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. So our number is 3. Therefore, it means that x squared plus 3x plus 3x will give us 6x. And then plus 9. So once we have obtained our number, our factor like that, now we group this into 2 like this. Now look for the common factor here. The common factor here is x, so put it outside into what is remaining here, x plus 3 plus our common factor here is 3 into x plus 3. So let us group this plus this, that is x plus 3, big one in the brackets, x plus 3. So by doing this, we have factorized this expression. Part B, the sum, our sum is B. Our B is negative 8, so the sum equal to negative 8. Our product equal to 3 times 4, which equal to 12, which is equal to 12. Now we are looking for two numbers. When we sum them, they will give us negative 8. When we multiply them, they will give us 12. Those numbers, it is 4 times 3, which is 12, yes. 4 times 2, which is 8. No, this one is not. And then 6 times 2. 6 times 6 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. The product. We consider the product first. But when we add 4 plus 3, the answer is 7. So it doesn't give us the sum. So we ignore that. 6 times 2, the answer is 12. Yes? But what can we do with 6 and 2 to give us negative 8? So we will have our numbers is negative 2, negative 6. So that negative 2 plus negative 6, the answer is negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 6, the answer is 12. Very good. Now we replace it there. 3x squared minus 2x minus 6x, which must give us negative 8, plus 4. After that, group them into 2. Group them like that. After that, now let us check for the common factor. The common factor here is x into 3x minus 2. The common factor inside here is 2. So negative 2 into 3x. A negative times a negative is negative. So it's going to be negative 2. Close the bracket. Join this x plus this. So x minus 2. And then pick one from the bracket, because they must be the same. There's no way you will find here it is negative and here it is positive. If you find like that, be sure you are wrong. You cannot get this x minus 3 and here x minus in the bracket. They must be the same. So pick one, x minus 3x minus 2. And these are the roots of this expression, and we have done now. I won't too much because of time. Let us go to completing the square. Completing the square. Now completing the square, we use the relationship b divided by 2 squared equal to c, and b divided by 2 squared equal to AC to make a quadratic expression a perfect square. So we want to look at the example. What must be added to the following quadratic expression to make them a perfect square? What must be added to the following quadratic expression to make them a perfect square? So I have an example here. The first one, x squared minus 18x minus dash. So the constant c is missing. So what must be added? What is going to help us is this relationship. We have talked about that. If you are going to use b over 2 square equal to c, you must ensure that your a is 1. But if your a is more than 1, is 2, 3, 4, and then the second relationship is going to work for us. So let us go ahead and check on how to do this. So in our solution, so let the missing constant be c. We call it c, right? So we can have now x squared minus 18x plus c. This one now becomes a perfect. Now this is a perfect square. Now if we have made it a perfect square, then, and this the coefficient here is 1, then what it means is that b divided by 2 square should be c. In our the question here, we have b, right? So our b is negative 18 divided by 2 squared. This one should be c, the one we are looking for, right? Now, whether this is negative or positive, it will be obtained from here. Now, negative 18 divided by 2, we are going to have negative 9 squared equal to c. Negative 9 squared is equal to positive 81. Therefore, c equal to 81. So our expression now is x squared minus 18x plus 81. So our missing constant was 81. Number B. So we are missing bx. So we say let the missing term be bx. So x squared plus bx plus 36 is a perfect square. If it is a perfect square and the coefficient here is 1, it means that b divided by 2 square should be c. Right? We have c, but we don't have b. It means that b divided by 2 square equal to c, and our c is 36. Now here, we need to get our b. b is squared. So to remove this square here, we square root 36. We square root 36 to get b divided by 2. So b divided by 2 equal to the square root over 36. But once you have squared here, always remember to put here positive or negative. Always remember to put positive or negative, especially when you are dealing with quadratic expressions or equations. Now, b divided by 2 equal to the square root of 36 is positive or minus 6. Positive or minus 6. We want to remove this 2 here, divided by times 2, both sides times 2. So b equal to positive or minus 12. So it means our bx will be 12x or negative 12x. Our this here will be positive 12x or negative 12x. 25x squared plus 40x equal to are missing. So what must be added here to make it perfect? So this one is a constant. So 25x squared plus 40x plus c is a perfect square. So if it is a perfect square, it means that b divided by 2 square equal to ac. Why ac? Because the coefficient of x square is more than 2. So that's why we have ac. b, but we have b, our b is 40. So 40 divided by 2 square, the answer is ac. This is 20 square is 400 equal to ac. A is 25 times c. So divided by 25 and our c equal to 16. So our constant c is 16. D. So 25x squared plus dash equal to 9. So let the missing term be bx. So 25x squared plus bx is equal to 9. So this is a perfect square, and we know the coefficient. So we are going to use the relationship the b over 2 square is equal to ac. So now we don't have b, but we have ac. So b divided by 2 square equal to ac. A is 25 times 9. b divided by 2 squared equal to 225. So we need to remove the square here by getting the square root of this number. So b divided by 2 equal to positive or minus the square root of 225. b divided by 2 equal to positive minus 15. To get b, 2 times 2. So b equal to positive or minus 30. So the missing term bx equal to positive 30 or negative 30. Our last example in this subtopic is when we have the first term missing. So let the missing term here be ax squared minus 40 x plus 25. This is what is missing. So it means that b divided by 2 square equal to ac. But we have b, 40 divided by 2 squared equal to a times c, and our c is 25. So this is 400. That is 400 equal to 25ca. 25a. So we want the value of a divided by 25 divided by 25. So 400, I got 20, square is 400. Now this one's here, so A equal to 16. A equal to 16. So the missing term is 16x square. Solution. This is the last bit. Solution of quadratic equation by completing the square method. So a perfect square method is useful in solving quadratic equation. So we will want to see how to use the perfect square to solve some quadratic equations. I want to do it using an example. My first example is the one that contains that where a equal to 1. A equal to 1. Remember our expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. So I want to start where a is 1. That the kind of example is x squared plus 4x minus 12 equal to 0. This is an equation and it is not an expression because it has equal signs. So how do we get the value of x? How can we get the value of x? Using the perfect square method. Rule number 1. This is the coefficient, the constant. So take the constant to the right side, to the right of the equal sign. So we will remain with x squared plus 4x equal to, this one moving to this side will be positive 12, will be 12. The sign will change when we cross the equal signs. That is step number 1. Step number 2, you must remember what we have learned. That now since this one, the coefficient is 1, what we do, we just get b over 2 squared. B over 2 squared, add it on the left side and add it on the right side, this way. So the next step is x squared plus 4x, this one, and then plus b divided by 2 square. So what is that? It is 4, which is our b, divided by 2, put the bracket, square. So what you have added here, this one, after adding here, add it to the right side also. 12 plus 4 over 2 square. Right? Now on the left side, consider only the number or the terms which has the power. Leave now, forget about this. So the next one now, we have x squared plus 4 over 2 x squared equal to 12 plus, actually this is 4. 4 divided by 2, 2. 2 square is 4. Now since both of this term and this term they are squared, we just do like this. So x plus 4 divided by this, it is 2, and then squared equal to 16. I don't know what, okay. As you practice more, you will see what I'm doing. Next one. Now that we have reached here, we want to get the value of x. Therefore, we want to remove this square here. To remove this square here, we square root on the right side. On the right side, this is the left side. So x plus 2 equal to square root of 16. And once you have squared this, always remember to put a positive or a negative. The next one, now, it will be x plus 2 equal to the square root of 16 is 4. So positive 4. Positive or minus 4. Now, x equal to, this one goes to this side, positive or minus. This one will be negative 2 plus or minus 4. So x here, when we take negative 4, it will be negative 6, or x is negative 2 plus 4, which will be 2. So the value of x is negative 6 or 2. By so doing, you have finished solving a quadratic equation using the perfect square method. Allow me to repeat something here. We had x squared plus 4x minus 12 equal to 0. So what I have said is, first, the c, the constant, take it to the right side. X squared plus 4x equal to, once it moves to the right side, it changes the sign. If it was negative, it would be positive. If it was positive, it would be negative. This one was negative, so it will be 12. The second step, our b is here. You remember b divided by 2 square. We want to add b divided by 2 square both sides, on the left side and on the right side. So x squared plus 4x, then plus b over 2b squared, b over 2 squared. What is that? B, we have 4. So 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2, 2 squared. So you just write 2 squared equal to 12 plus 2 squared. Once you have now this 2 squared, you have this squared and this squared, ignore this. You ignore this because already we have used it here. Now we move to the next one where we have this one has been squared, this one has been squared. So pick one of them, x, plus pick one here, 2, and then put your bracket, square both all of them, because like this, equal to, this square is 4, that is 16. And I've said that to remove this square, you square root this. X plus 2 equal to the square root of 16. Remember to put a positive or a minus. Now, x plus 2 equal to, the square root of this is positive or minus 4. So x it's alone equal to, this one will remove to the right side and it will become negative 2, and then plus or minus 4. So negative 2, negative 4, the answer is negative 6. Or, so it means x, negative 2 plus 4, the answer is 2. So the value of x is negative 6 or 2. Now I want to do one more example where the coefficient is not 1. Now I want to do the next example where a equal to 1 greater than 1. Greater than 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. What did you do there? Use the method of completing the square to solve 2x squared minus 7x minus 4 equal to 0. Yes. Now here, rule number 1, I told you, take the constant to the right side. So we will remain with 2x squared minus 7x equal to, this one is negative here, it will be positive here, 4. Right? Rule number 2, now that the coefficient of x squared is not 1, it is 2, 3, 4, or 5, or 6, whatever it is, you must ensure that the coefficient of x squared is always 1. So how do you do that? You divide by 2 here. If it was 3, you divide by 3. If it was 5, you divide by 5. If it was 20, you divide by 20. Every time here, you divide by the number here in the coefficient x, the coefficient of x squared for every term. So we divide by 2 here, divide by 2 here, divide by 2 here. So this one and this goes. We have x squared minus 7 over 2x equal to 2. Fine. Once we are here, we do what we did on the other side. The next thing now, this is our b. Remember, b divided by 2 square. We are there now. You add them you add this on the left side and add it on the right side. So let us do that. So x square minus 7 over 2x, you copy the way this, and then plus, right? Plus now our b is, now we are going to add that negative 7 divided by 2, but remember this 2 was here, but our hours should be b divided by 2, so there is another 2 here times 2, so 2 times 2 is going to be 4. Please note that. Then squared equal to 2 plus the same negative 7 over 4 squared. Step by step. Now once we have done that, we ignore this one, ignore this, and then write this. So this one is going to be x is x. Instead of square, we have this square and this square. We are going to use one square only. So minus 7 divided by 4 square equal to, now this one you can use your calculator and get, that is 2 plus, this is 49 over 16. This square is 49, this square is 16. Then we are going to add. This one is going to be x minus 7 over 4 square equal to, add this one will give you 5.0625. You can write in decimal place or in fraction form, it doesn't matter. Now because we want this, now we want to remove this square here by square rooting this. So x minus 7 over 4 equal to square root, positive or minus square root 5.0625. Now x minus 7 over 4 will be equal to positive or minus, the square root of this is 2, you can write it in a fraction, 2 1/4. So now we get this x equal to, this one will go to the positive, it will be positive 7 over 4 plus or minus 2 1/4. Now the value of x, so when we, this one is the same as 7 over 4 plus or minus, this is 9 over 4. Now it means that x equal to 4 or x equal to negative 0.5, which is equal to negative half. This one just needs practice. You practice it and you will get it. I wish to stop there. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe, please.